What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Small Cap Recap. The market is on fire this week. This is awesome. I'm so happy we have finally got so much action to look forward to. In fact, I mean, this has been the most action I've seen since the end of the 21 bubble. I mean, this is truly awesome stuff. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can keep this momentum going for another week or two at least. Ideally throughout the rest of the month. Really, as long as this SPY bounce continues, I think we are going to definitely see increased volatility across both small cap and large caps, and potentially some OTCs too. We'll get into all this in a second, but I have got so many charts that I want to go over. Some of these that I traded today, some of these that I'm just seeing today or saw today. This is really, really awesome stuff. So for those of you that have been sitting on your hands and being prepared and getting prepared like I've been talking about in these recaps, get ready because the market is just absolutely on fire. If you're ready, if you're a big fan of me getting into these stocks and really digging down through these charts here, make sure you drop a thumbs up. It means a ton when we get a lot of likes. Just means that we know we're doing our job well. So again, thank you guys for all the support. But anyways, let's get on into the charts right now. So let's first start off with both MGAM and MSGM. MGAM, sympathy to MSGM, gaming company, had a really nice big gap up and then really did a lot of nothing today. It had a big pop out of the open and then it held this $3 base really well. And I think it's just going to continue following along with whatever MSGM does, really. I mean, that's more or less what happened. So we're going to see here, obviously, MSGM is that leader. MGAM has a bigger float, but if MSGM, which again did that same thing, really heavy base there at 22, which was previous day's highs, I could see this gapping once again and really, really going crazy. Even after the offering this morning, which definitely hurt it, this could still squeeze again, just given the float. Very, very low float nonetheless. And we're going to see, especially if AI stays strong, I think this likely has the potential to keep squeezing again. G-Sun was a really, really nice first green day today. No real, I don't think anything crazy. What's this? Inability to timely file Form 2. No real crazy news or anything. Just big squeeze and honestly, it's still looking great right now. This is up 100%, really strong close. No news or anything. However, the daily chart is just gorgeous. So this is actually up here in the threes up here, right? So this broke out of every really key resistance level because you go back here and there's hardly any volume traded. Most volume that that came from this is the last few months here. So this traded a little over 25 million shares today in volume. And so I'm thinking this has potential to go up into the fives. Now, again, there's no news on this, but this reminds me a lot of SOPA, which, let me just go back. I'll show you what that one's like back in the day here. So this just reminds me of this this huge dump here and then just consecutive red day after red day after red day. And eventually this did have a really, really nice bounce here, a multi-day bounce. And didn't quite make it all the way up to these resistance levels up here, but still had, again, a really nice bounce. BGXX was a weird one today. It was halted for the morning, and I don't know why. Plans to raise money, I guess. And so I actually saw this. It opened up, probably because they didn't end up going through with the offering. Oh no, we got a $500 million investment. Okay, so this is different. This originally was halted because it was going to raise $500 million. And again, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, that news when it unhalted just really tanked it, right? It opened up here at 91, ran up to like 110, and then fell all the way down to 65 cents. And this candle had a lot of volume, that bottoming action there, or right in here anyways. And I actually almost got long here, and I missed the entry, and within just a few seconds, or a few minutes, I should say, it had rallied all the way. This was a really weird moving stock. I did capture it right here. I caught this move after this breakdown and then the reclaim up into the halt and then sold out of the halt here. Tried it one other time back here for a loss and have just moved on with it since. We'll see if that offers a day two move tomorrow. EDBL was a weird one today. This is an interesting daily chart, I guess. Just they did a reverse split. It's micro float territory. like micro float. 200,000 shares, had a really big, nice spike this morning for no reason, again, other than it's a micro float, and had a halt up yesterday on like no volume. I've been keeping an eye on this. I played like a little dip and rip on this right here just out of the gates because I thought this might squeeze more than it did, and it didn't, which is all good. It's all gravy. But I was looking at that multi-day chart here. Again, not much volume on this, but with the like that micro float aspect. In the news, there are currently 100 shares available to short on this stock because there are shorts in this still. So theoretically, they could just cover and there'd be more shares available to short. But really what I was just looking at was this multi-day trend here where wanted it to break out, and it did. It broke out that 14 and just kind of stopped, but it's holding up. So I'm just seeing if the market gets hot. This is another one of those micro float stocks, very similar to MSGM, where there are hardly any shares available to short. That's kind of the theme in the market right now. So would be really cool if something like that squeezed. But again, that we just need to keep an eye on and wait for, because very, very thin spread for the most part. CETX, don't really know it. Oh, what do you know? Another micro float. Oh my gosh, this is actually very similar to like EDBL. Another micro float, that's it. A reverse stock split. Oh, that was postponed. Okay, so a postponed reverse stock split. Under a mil float, a micro float stock, and it's just squeezed out of nowhere. So then Meta had earnings after hours, and Meta stock popping. Right now, up 23% after hours, up in the 180s, which is a really nice recovery, again, from that 88 low. VS, it was another one of those gaming stocks this morning. Huge spike, low float, not quite a micro float, but very low float, and then just kind of gap and crapped. But the other one, honorable mention to Carvana, now up in the 17s. This is a gnarly bounce. This already was crazy, going from the 10s up to the 14s. My buddy was long this via calls like 2 weeks ago, right at this level here. He bought this breakout day via calls. He's got to be up massive. Currently, those options are up like 2,000% from where he entered. So great trade on his part. Yeah, this market is really bouncing nicely. SPY off of the FOMC meeting today, up in the, extended hours. Let's go to a daily or an intraday. And let's turn that on. There we go. Yeah, SPY broke out over the 410 level. I expect a pretty crazy short squeeze. Would not surprise me if we saw SPY into the 420s coming up here. I think you had a lot of people that were extremely bearish on the market because of all the news, and obviously, they continue to raise the rates, right? The economy is. I haven't listened to all this, so I don't know. But listen, the economy will likely, although even if it's still growing, it doesn't mean it's growing at as fast of a rate. So it'll be interesting to see if the economy growth slows or starts going actually negative. A lot of crazy stuff coming up here, but for now, as long as this market rally, especially with this break over 410, if this continues and we see 420s or so, maybe even 430s, we could have a month of crazy action. But who knows? We shall see. No rush or anything, obviously. Whatever the market decides to do, it will do. And so far, this rally, and really this kind of breakout of this multi-month downtrend, this yearly downtrend, this is seemingly picking up a lot of, or helping the rest of the market to pick up a lot of action. So fingers crossed this lasts for the rest of the month, man. That would be amazing. If we could make it all the way through February with action like this, we're gonna have a great month. Anyhow, though, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you drop a like. Let me know down below in the comments how you did, where you think the market's heading. And make sure you subscribe to have those post notifications on. And I'll see you guys back here either Friday, probably Friday. If the market's really hot, I will be at my computer all day Friday and would make a recap. So if the market's hot throughout tomorrow and Friday, I will see you guys on Friday. If not, I'll see you next week Thank you guys again. Peace out.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for being a part of the StocksToTrade family. We just hit 100,000 subscribers, but our goal by the end of this year is to get 150,000 new family members a part of our channel. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and maybe even turn on your post notifications. We cannot do this without your guys' support. So thank you so much. And if you want to see more of what we're doing, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment down below. We'll see you in the next video.